I drove past the highways and entered the town of Bardhaman. For me, it is as good as a city. So thank you so much for inviting me. My lots of love and affection to the young students who are here this afternoon. I was also a student someday. I studied in St. Xavier's College, college, and then Calcutta University. And then once I started playing cricket, my life as a student slowly finished and life as an athlete started. So it's a pleasure and honor to be here amongst all of you. I've always said that the students, not only of Bardhaman University, but students around the country, students around the world are the heartbeat of every nation. It is you who make our country as good as it is today. And it's your efforts, it's your hard work, various aspects. The students are here, some are into commerce, some are into science, as I presume, some are into arts, the boys and the girls who are here. For me, you are the future of the nation. I take this opportunity to wish you all the very best from the core of my heart. I was also your age someday when sports took over, and as the afternoon will progress and Tulika will ask me a lot of questions. I hope it's not a BBC hard talk. It's a friendly chat. It's a friendly chat where at the
friendly chat.
Where at the end of half an hour, 45 minutes, all of you can smile and go back to your colleges and learn from what I have learned through experiences over my career. So for me, as I said, it's special, and I'm happy that I could make it. We were playing last night in Baroda for the WPL where we won the game, and then to come to Bardhaman next morning, it's a long way to come. But I'm happy that I took the trouble and the effort to come here. I thank Shurajit Babu, I thank Orijit, and I've known them through the cricket part of this university. I've known them for a long period of time now. Orijit for almost 10 years and Shurajit Babu for good 4 or 5 years. So I wish you all the best in your life, and I hope you get success in whatever you want to do. But before I start answering Tulika's questions, I must say that the only way you will reach to what you want to is by working hard. There is no substitute to working hard. Rest, everything can wait, but I must tell you something, that what you do at this stage of your life, you will reap the benefits for the rest of your career. So wish you all the best, lots of love and lots of affection to all of you, and hopefully Tulika will make this afternoon a lot simpler and happier. Thank you.
I promise. আমাদের ফেলিসিটেশন হবে, একটু ভিসি স্যারকে ফেলিসিটেট করা হবে ফর বিং অ্যান অ্যাবসলিউট অ্যামেজিং লিডার। Felicitation tray to Mr. Saurabh Ganguly, Dada of Bengal.
Hey, সামনে ছেড়ে দাও।
Thank you so much. We will now begin our session with Mr. Saurabh Ganguly, and with the help of VC sir, আমরা একটু কথাবার্তা বলবো. Are we ready? Yes, a mic please. A mic please. I don't want this to be a session. Let's have a conversation. Yes.
Let's have a conversation.
আমি আসছি, I'm going to sit over there and I'm going to talk to you, sir. Hello. Hello. Thank you so much for being a patient audience. আমাকে 2 মিনিট দিন, আমি ওই সাইডে গিয়ে দাদার পাশে বসবো আর আমি একটু কথা বলবো। ভিসি স্যার একটু পারমিশন দিন। স্যার
থ্যাংক ইউ।
বিগেস্ট ফ্যান। আমি ইনসিডেন্টস বলবো না, ইনসিডেন্টস সবাই জানে, কিন্তু এরকম কোনো লোক নেই যে সৌরভ গাঙ্গুলিকে দেখে এরকম বলে না এসেছে।
আরেকবার
এসেছে, আসেনি, আসেনি, আসবে না, ঝড়ের জন্য আসবে না, কি গাছ পড়ে গেল নাকি, গাড়িতে আসছে তো। সো
অ্যাকচুয়ালি লোকে জানে যে ঝড় ঝাপটা জল বৃষ্টি কিছুই সৌরভ গাঙ্গুলি
such is the aura of সৌরভ গাঙ্গুলি। পাশে বসে আছি মনে হচ্ছে আমি স্টার। আমি একটা ইনসিডেন্ট দিয়ে স্টার্ট করব। আমি তখন খুব ছোট ছিলাম। আমি শুনেছিলাম ব্রিটিশ এয়ারওয়েজ একটা অ্যাড দিয়েছিল, বিফোর বেঙ্গলিজ বিকেম দি বেঙ্গলিজ ইন লন্ডন, তার আগে একটা ব্রিটিশ এয়ারওয়েজ অ্যাড দিয়েছিল। আপনি কি জানেন আমি কোন বিষয়ে কথা বলছি?
না, বলুন।
ওই অ্যাডটার উপর লেখা ছিল সৌরভস বেঙ্গল, সৌরভস কলকাতার আলো। ইয়েস, তখনও কিন্তু আমরা এত ফেমাস হইনি লঞ্চে, কিন্তু দাদা তখন খেলতে শুরু করেছেন। সাচ ইজ হিজ পার্সোনালিটি। খুব সফট কথাটা বলছি আমি, যে একটা লোক দাঁড়িয়ে গেলে ওই লোকটার ওপরে অ্যাডভার্টিজমেন্ট ক্যাম্পেইনস চলছে। He is not even in trend at that time. He is a good player, he is playing, but trending. First থেকে he is a star. First থেকে he is born with something যেটা explain করা যায় না। Do you agree with that?
If they agree, I agree.
No, that is a very, very controversial, non-problematic statement. How do you feel being Saurabh Ganguly?
How do I feel being Saurav Ganguly? Sometimes good, sometimes very good, sometimes under a lot of pressure, sometimes criticized for the right reasons and for the wrong reasons, too many responsibilities. So I have mixed feelings being what I am, but at the end of the day, I'm happy to be in this position because I feel I get loved, I get looked after, I get respected, and that is what you want to do in a career. When I first picked up a cricket bat, jeta ami bolchilam je ek shomoy I was like them, the students here, studying in college, doing activities of a student in college, trying to play cricket, and around the age of 20, 21, nobody in this room knows where they will finish. And I was the same at the age of 20, 21. I did not know where life would go, whether I would become an athlete or whether I would become a doctor, businessman, engineer. I did not know where life would go, but then I kept dealing with things in life. I loved playing cricket, I loved playing sport. I took up to playing sport not knowing what it will lead to, because playing for India was the hardest thing in the world those days, and very few from Bengal had played for India at that time. And then to finish where I did, and to be in a position where I am, I consider myself extremely fortunate. I consider the Almighty to be very, very kind on me and having a lot of affection and love for me to achieve what I've achieved over a long period of time. And I must say, I'm extremely proud of what I am and what I've done over the last 20, 25 years. But what is even more happier for me is that I have been able to make myself a very responsible citizen of not only Bengal but the country. So I think that is very important.
Thank you so much. আমার প্রশ্নটা এই আনসার থেকেই, আপনি যখন ফার্স্ট ব্যাট উঠিয়ে খেলতে শুরু করেছিলেন আর আপনি যখন প্রফেশনটা চুজ করেছিলেন, Was it a gradual process, or one fine day you just chose to be a cricketer by profession?
No, everything in life is a gradual process. I'm presuming there are engineers here, there are
Yes.
doctors here, there are students from the arts and various other aspects of the university, they're boys and girls. So everything in life is a process. As I said, when I picked up the cricket bat at the age of 15, I just picked up because I loved the sport. I wanted to play cricket. It's very similar to a lot of young boys and girls here, because some may be wanting to be a doctor because somebody in the family is a doctor. Some may be wanting to be a doctor because he or she might like the profession of a doctor. So it was the same with me. When I first picked up a cricket bat, I wanted to play, not knowing where I would go. Nobody in life knows where someone will go. You have to make an effort. You have to keep doing things day in, day out to get where you were. Today, Professor Nath is a Vice Chancellor of this esteemed university. He also have started from absolute basic level, from the base level and I presume as a teacher. So he started as a teacher. I started as an under 15 player. I started as a first class player, Ranji Trophy. Then I played Dilip Trophy, and then the next step, and then the next step, and then ultimately to play for India. Even when you play for India, that's not the end of all, because you have to keep working and keep performing and going through things day in, day out. And many of the students here who will one day become doctors, engineers, politicians, successful people of the society, they must understand that success is a daily process. Success is not just a stop and start thing that you wake up one day, you become successful and then close the door the next day. So it's something which you have to do every day of your life. So it's very important for all of the young boys and girls here is to have a very proper work-life balance. As much as you work, which is very important, it is very important to also have a life. It is very important to also have a life after work, which gets you ready for the next day. When we used to play, we used to train very hard and exercise and practice, but we also used to make sure that we go back to the hotel or to the home and get enough rest so that we are ready and fresh the next morning. So it's very important for all the young boys and girls here is to believe in the process of success. It will not come one day, it will not remain for one day, and it will not go away in one day. Whatever you decide to do in life as a professional, you have to make sure that that is your life for the next 30, 40, 50 years. And I can guarantee you that if you do it religiously, if you do it with passion, and if you do it with effort, you're only going to get better. So don't look at small goals. Don't look at very short successes. The best ones, the most successful ones, do it over a period of time, day in, day out. Sachin, I played with such a great player all throughout my life. And I was hearing him on TV the other day, and they asked him, how much did you practice? He said, I practiced till I became very good. So there is no time to practice. There is no time to work. There is no time to study. You study, you practice till you become a master of your profession. And I think that is very, very important. That should come within you. There is no time to come in and there is no time to get out. It only finishes when you become very good. And I think that is very, very important. That cycle, that mental approach, that attitude is very important for all young boys and girls in not only in this college, but in this society as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause for this answer? Believe in the process. Trust the process. Just to mention, believing in the process, I also started as a professor. So I'm sitting with you, talking to you, because I trust in the process. Every day I practice and I talk to people until I could, walk up the stage and have eye contact with Saurabh Ganguly and interview him. I would not say interview, but talk to him. And yes, trust the process. We have so many young children over here. They want to know, Dada's favorite leader ke?
যখন আমি প্রথম ক্যাপ্টেন হই ইন্ডিয়ার, তখন আমি জানতাম না what captaincy was all about. I just did what I felt was the best for the team. And then with experience, over the years doing the same thing over and over again, I've learned the art of captaincy. Rita, it's the same with every profession. There is no way in the world if you will become successful without making your hands dirty. You know, I meet a lot of people, I meet business people, I meet sports people, I meet educated people, but the common thing for all of them is they've actually gone to the ground-based level to be successful. You know, the business person, somebody who's selling steel, somebody who's selling cement. You know, I've seen a successful businessman telling to his son that if you want to become successful in business, you don't sit in your office room, in the air-conditioned rooms, on table and chair. If you want to be successful, go to the market, meet the common people, meet the person who sells your stuff, meet the person who buys your steel or cement. Then only you will become a good businessman. And I think it's the same thing with sport. You have to absolutely get to the ground level where you train any person, whether you become a doctor. You know, look at Professor Na. He's come here because he's absolutely gone to the base level to meet students, understand their psychology, understand what they want, cater to what they want, and then run this university so that all the students who come here get a platform to be successful. I think that is very, very important in life.
That is very important in life. You rightfully said so. Leaders are not born, they are made. With time, with process, with dedication, hard work and experience. That's what I gathered from your answer. So we have students over here who have been facing a problem about social media. আমরা কিছু লোকের লিডারশিপ ইনেট কোয়ালিটিস এর মধ্যে থাকে। সো সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া তো খারাপ শুধু না, সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া অনেকভাবে ইউজ করা যেতে পারে নিজেকে এক্সপ্লোর করার জন্য। সো দাদার কি মনে হয় যে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়াটাকে কিরকম ভাবে এক্সপ্লোর করলে নিজের যে বেস্ট অ্যাট্রিবিউটস গুলো বের করে আনা যায়?
Social media is a double-edged sword. If you don't know how to use it properly, it will hurt you very badly. Someone like me who's a professional, someone like me who's known around the world, social media can sometimes be very, very painful. So to all of you, I know it's a great platform. What social media has done to all of you is that given you enormous exposure to the world, enormous exposure to the way things happen and the things have changed over a period of time. You know, when I started as a young boy and I was in college at the age of 19, 20, the world was completely different. It was a different way of living life and getting to know things. But with all these boys and girls here, I have a daughter. She's 22 years old and she's just graduated, and she'll be doing a master's. So I can see the transformation, and I can see what social media has done for them. It has made the world smaller. It has made you connect to every remote part of the world. It has given you opportunities. It has given you opportunities to make a life. Today, a young MBBS student in Bardwan, in this university, can get connected to the best college in the world, best medical college in the world through social media, and enhance his career. Because I feel the children and the students of India are the most talented and the most hardworking and the most gifted in the world. All of you here, and I've been to every corner of the world, whether you say Australia, England, South Africa, America. I've interacted with students, I've interacted with the youth, but the youth in our country are probably the best in the world. And you go to the best organizations in the world, you will see an Indian heading it, which makes me extremely proud, and it also goes to show how competent and how excellent are the youth of this country. So social media needs to be used positively. Social media needs to be used in your own way. You have to make sure in life that not just social media, but even media and outside world does not affect your life. Your life has to be run and looked after by yourself and the people around you. And what social media does is, firstly, it takes away a lot of time from your life because there's so many things happening. As you keep flicking through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the world is in your hands. People putting videos, people putting pictures, people putting information. Today you need to know something, you go to Google, click it, and the world is at your fingertips. But at the same time, you must understand that everything what is in social media is not correct. Along with having knowledge about social media, it is also very important for young children to understand what is right and what is wrong. And that's where teachers like Professor Nath, there are many teachers in this institution, your parents, your family come into the system and guide you. So use social media in a way which makes you happy, and use social media in a way which does not distort or take away your focus of building your career.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is a message to our youth. Please be informed in your choices and make good choices so that we can lead a happy life. Our next question is not a question, rather a feeling. Dada shabdota is something very close to us. Amra nijeder mone kori, nijer dada, amar dada, tomar dada. So do you think your personality has shaped মানে মানুষকে এটা বিলিভ করিয়েছে যে আপনি আমাদের, the way you present yourself, the way you talk to people, the way you live your life, আমাদের আপনাকে নিজের মনে হয় as a leader?
And that's what it is. আমি একদম বাঙালি সবার মতো, and I'm a very proud Bengali. I'm a very selfish Bengali because everywhere I go in the world, I look for a Bengali. I look for someone who's a successful Bengali because it makes me proud. And it's not any bias, it's not any being different to people from other parts of the country. But this is my city, this is my state, these are my people. And I'm just normal as all of them. I have grown up in a middle class family like many of them here have. My father wanted me to play cricket, my mother wanted me to study. Even today when I go out, my mother is 78 years old, and even today when I go out, I come and I wear a dress, she'll look at me and say, it's not good. And she does it every time. She'll tell me what to wear, what to eat, when I'm traveling, what I am doing. She's getting old, but she doesn't stop doing that, just like all the mothers in this room. And my daughter studies abroad. She's not very happy that she lives alone in UK and studies. But I have to make her understand that, that's the way the world is. So many children, so many boys and girls are away from their parents and family making a career. You cannot keep anybody home to make a career. Like so many of them, I'm sure many of them are not from Bardhaman. They've come from surrounding areas. They live in the hostel of the university and enhance their career. You have to let your children go to become successful. So it's from a very conservative Bengali background, and that roots has remained with me. My father, my mother, my brother, my sisters, my uncles, my friends, and I love Bengal. I cannot live anywhere. I have so much opportunity to go around the world and live in the best places. But I say to everyone, when I get off that flight and land in Kolkata, it's the best feeling in the world.
It's a very beautiful answer, Ekta gandho ache na, when you smell it, you know it's Calcutta.
Good or bad, there's a smell.
Yes, the smell of Bengal, you can recognize it. Also my dad is there. Baba, chele mede chharte hoy. Ekটু কিছু career banate gele, you have to let your children go.
I don't think they can hold you. Whatever little bit I've understood and spent time with you, tumi dhora debe na kabi.
Okay. As a sportsman, খুব একটা এই কথাটা আমরা সব সময় সবাইকে বলি, ও তো লাকে জিতে গেছে, ওরা যে লাক ছিল, ওর লাক ভালো ছিল, ওর লাক খারাপ ছিল. So, do you believe in luck?
Of course I do. I believe in luck, but I also believe, and I've experienced it over a span of last 20-25 years, that if you work hard, luck will be with you. It's an amazing
process.
It's an amazing correlation that the luckiest people are the one who works the hardest. And it's never the other way around. And I can guarantee you one thing, nobody has become the best in the world just by sleeping. Nobody has become the best in the world just by walking in the park. Nobody has become the best in the world by getting up at 12 in the afternoon and enjoying a lazy day. The best in the business keep working till they become hard. And it's a saying in life, the harder you work, the luckier you become. And it's so true. I've seen with my career, I've played the best when I've worked the hardest. And when I've worked the hardest, there are times when I've nicked it and I've seen the ball get straight out of the hands of first slip or second slip or third slip. I've seen people drop catches of mine, simple catches. And at the same time, when I've just walked in and haven't been prepared, the same catches are being taken. I firmly believe it that, with hard work, it gives you an enormous confidence to get over the line. When it's tough, when it's 50-50, when the opposition is strong, it's the confidence which you get from your hard work sees you through. And I'm a huge believer. I'm a huge believer in life, and I must tell this all of you. I'm older than many of you, most of all of you here, all of the students here. And my experience is in life that if you believe you can, you will. That is very important. Today, if you wake up every morning saying that I'll become the best professional, I'll become the best doctor, I'll become the best engineer, I'll become the best commerce student, the best businessman, I don't see why it cannot happen. Because the best in the business have started from scratch. The great Sachin Tendulkar played his first test. I have played my first test. Many of you from here will have your first assignment. Everybody starts from first. There is nobody in this world who starts from 100. They all start from first and work hardest to get to where they are. It is how much you want in life to be successful. You've got two choices. Be happy with what you are or be desperate to succeed. If you are the second one, you will be successful in life. And you must remember that every successful human being in this world has been in a position like all of you in this auditorium. There is nobody who's jumped the other way around and come back from the other way around to not being successful. So there's an opportunity for all of you.
Huge round of applause for this answer.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. I got an opportunity to bat at number 3 in a test match in England. And my first test, and my father, just like every Bengali father, had said, "Are tuke these seeming conditions in number 3 bat korte debe? Ja baba." So this was my father's reaction when he got to know that I'll play my first test at number 3 at Lord's. But I told him one thing, I said, for me this is an opportunity. The best in the world look at situations as opportunities and not. Today when Professor Nath will tell you to go and to one of the doctors in these colleges to go and operate and do a very difficult surgery, you have two choices. First, to think what happens if I've not been able to do it. But the most important choice is that you decide I will do it. You decide I will do it and go and do it and finish it and complete it, because that's the way you will be successful. You will not be successful by saying no to him and going back to him. So remember that everything in life for you is an opportunity to make your name for himself. You will not be successful all the time, but if you keep trying, you will be successful more number of times than you fail.
Yes, we believe in that. আমরা কিছু প্রশ্ন আমাদের স্টুডেন্টসদের থেকেও নেব, আমাদের ফ্যাকাল্টি মেম্বারসদের থেকেও নেব স্যারের পারমিশন নিয়ে। স্যার, ভিসি স্যার, ক্যান উই স্টার্ট?
Every successful person has a women behind who inspires. এটা আমরা সবাই জানি যে every successful man has an inspiration, a woman behind who inspires, who keeps pushing. As my wife keeps on pushing me all the time that you do this, you'll do this. And we have Madam Dona Ganguly. She is also a name in Bengali life.
She doesn't get the opportunity to push me because I'm never
She's
home.
a big performer. I don't know whether Saurabh has only one inspiration or there have been several.
No, what do you mean by saying there has been several? See, the lady in that orange sari is laughing the most at the back when you said he has several. You know, I think your inspiration should be yourself. Your motivation should be yourself, because that's what makes you successful. When I grew up, you know, my mother was there, as for all of you, when you grow up, your mother is the first lady in your life, and all mothers are tough. You know, they love their children like nobody can. They're scared, they're angry, they're lovable, they have all emotions for their kids in their heart. So, you know, when I grew up, my mother was very important, but she wanted me to study, just like all mothers. My father was completely the opposite. You know, he wanted me to play because he was involved in the organization. And in those days, there was no social media, there was no mobile phones, there was no cable TV. The best television program was 6:30 on Doordarshan, the teaching farm. I have grown up watching that program, and kids in these days grow up watching Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and Amitabh Bachchan, KBC, Dadagiri. So for them, the options are a lot. So for me, it was to go out and play. So my mother was very important in my life when I started. She kept pushing. She still keeps me pushing. On Monday, she'll say, you know, you just put on a bit of weight. And on Friday, she says, I'm become thin. You see, you're not eating properly. That's why you become thin. So the emotions change from Monday to Friday. But that's what mothers are. So, you know, my mother was, then obviously I got married. Donna came in. But she's a very simple, laid back person. You know, she lets me do things, and a very quiet person, not a very, what I would say, a very dictating wife. So that was probably a very good thing in my career, that I could do things as I wanted. But the hardest person to deal is my daughter. So of all the three, the hardest is the new one, because she has questions. She'll ask different things. She'll call up and say, don't do this, don't do that. I saw your picture somewhere. I know, why are you turning up at this place at that time? So of all the three girls in my life, the hardest one is to deal with Sana, is my daughter. So that's what it is.
দাদার বাড়িতে দাদাগিরি স্টাইলটা একটু ডিফারেন্ট, a little different.
Dadagiri. I'm a very simple, docile person at home. As long as you give me food to eat, I'm happy.
Thank you so much, sir. আমরা একটু অডিয়েন্সের কোয়েশ্চেনস নেব.
He is also a symbol of simplicity.
Yes.
I have seen him in a very simple form in his home. Very, very simple person. Very nice, very gentle, very soft-spoken person. I've never seen a person like him, an icon. Because generally they come up with, you know, too much of jokes and all the stuff which comes in. But it did not touch him at all. He is the same as he used to be, and even today he is the same. It's so nice to be with you, see you, come very close to you. He's different. You are a different person. I have
Thank
seen
you.
many icons, but I have never seen anybody like him. He has an aura.
Yes.
He has an aura in himself. So this is something very, very uncommon. This is very special about Saurabh. He has generated an aura in himself. And he also represents an ethos in himself. So therefore, we want him to remain the way he is. In between, there was something going on about his coming to politics and all. We were very afraid that if he goes to politics, cricket in Bengal is gone. We lose it once for all, because that's a different game. Once you get in, you get sucked in like a quicksand, and you will never come out. And thankfully, grace of God, that we did not lose him. He is still there with us. We are opportunists. We are very opportunists because we don't want to lose them. We want them to be with us, remain in the society, because they are the people who will show way to the youth of today in this very, very distressing society, which is going in a very different direction, and this direction is bringing destruction to the youth of today. And it is only Saurabh and him and his class of the icons who can bring the youth even today to the path of development and sanctity. So I pray that you please start leading the youth the way you used to be, and you still do it, and you still advocate a control on the youth, and they are meant at icon like you. So you have a huge responsibility to our society now.
Thank you, sir. All I can say to all the youth is that you must dream. You must dream to be the best. I think that is very, very important. You know, it's very easy in life to be happy and content with the small things you do. You know, I have a job, I come home at 5 o'clock after work, I have my family around, I get food, I go to sleep, I wake up next morning, I have friends and I'm happy. But that's not what it is. You have to dream and you have to work hard to be the best. You know, there is enormous pleasure in that. You know, once you finish a life and a career and what you achieve when you get to the age of 50 or 55, you will remember it forever. So life is not about mediocrity. Life is about achieving the best and trying to become the best. And I think that's very important.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much, VC sir. Thank you so much for what you've said. It means a lot because Bardhaman University is actually very fortunate that Saurabh Ganguly, our Dada, has graced this place. And আমরা আজকে বসে কথা বলতে পারছি সে কারণে আমরা আমাদের অডিয়েন্স থেকে কটা কোয়েশ্চেনস নেব প্লিজ মাইক ওখানে দেবেন কার কোয়েশ্চেন আছে মাইক নিয়ে যাবে পৃথা তুমি মাইক নিয়ে যাও
এই চলো নে চলো এখান থেকে এবার সামনে যাচ্ছি কেন তাহলে আমরা যাবো
দাদা
হ্যালো
আপনি যদি আমাদের বয়সে ফিরে যেতে পারতেন তাহলে আপনি কি করতেন ক্রিকেটারই হতেন না অন্য কিছু করার স্বপ্ন দেখতেন
না না ক্রিকেটার 100%
থ্যাংক ইউ দাদা
bat and ball is everything in my life, rest all is bonus.
next question Mike. It's not working. Her mic is not working.
I can hear you. You're close, so without the mic, I can hear.
I'll just try it once more.
আরেকটা মাইক রেডি রাখবেন যদি ওটা না চলে আরেকটা মাইক রেডি রাখবেন সাউন্ড দাদা একটা রেডি রাখবেন
Yeah, this is working.
তুমি তোমার কোশ্চেনটা এমনি বলো দাদা শুনতে পাচ্ছেন হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
I think this is working. Hi, my name is Oli Roy. I'm with St. Xavier's College, Bardhaman. So in a way, we are connected as alumni. Really pleased to be a part of this event today, and I'm a huge fan of yours, of course. On the slide, I also did have a huge crush on balance, humility, and confidence.
That's a great question, actually, because confidence is very important in life. You need to be confident, otherwise you will not make it. You know, if you're always doubting yourself, if you're always thinking whether you can or you can't, I think doubt is a huge problem for any individual. That's one. So confidence is very important, and humility is something which you need to practice. And you know what I've received in the last 20 years because of whatever I did, wherever I have reached because of the sport. It is something which I consider to be enormously blessed. And it's not just in Bengal, but anywhere in the world I go. You know, when people come and say that Indian cricket is what it is because of you, you know, it is an unbelievable feeling. And that makes me more humble. And you know, internally and mentally, I'm a normal person like you all. You know, my parents and family have brought me up with simple values, simple middle class things, just like all of you did. You know, going to school, having uncles, having friends, going and playing, going to tuition. So I've seen that life, and I've seen the other life also, which is of razzmatazz and name and fame. So that has kept me grounded actually. And over the time, I've been under so much pressure, and I'm sure all of you are. When your MBBS exams come in, when your engineering results come out, you're under enormous pressure like I was. You know, I have lived a life where by 4 o'clock in the evening, you're either a superstar or you're a failure. So I've led that life. And I think that helped me to remain humble. That helped me to accept things as they are. Because I knew that when I start tomorrow, I start from 0. I don't start from 100. And I think that has kept me grounded over a long period of time. Sorry?
Hello. Yes, sir. Sir.
Yes, we have a question.
Sir, আমার একটা প্রশ্ন রয়েছে।
কোথায়?
স্যার এইদিকে স্যার।
হাত তোল।
ওই যে
স্যার এইদিকে। স্যার, আপনি একটা সময় বিসিসিআই এর প্রেসিডেন্ট ছিলেন। এখনো সিএবির সাথে ওতপ্রোতভাবে জড়িত। তো আমার একটা প্রশ্ন রইল যে আপনার পর আমি মানে আমাদের পশ্চিমবঙ্গ ক্রিকেট সেরকম বড় কোনো নাম দেখতে পাইনি। সেই বিষয়ে আপনার কি মতামত?
দেখো, হবে। There is no hard and fast rule যে কেউ কোনোদিন হতে পারবে না। আমার পরে ঋদ্ধিমান সাহা খেলেছে 40 টেস্ট ম্যাচেস, মোহাম্মদ শামি আছে এখন প্রায় 60-65টা টেস্ট ম্যাচ খেলেছে ইন্ডিয়ার হয়ে। আর আমি যেটা বললাম, পশ্চিমবাংলায় আমি যা ট্যালেন্ট দেখি, যা কোয়ালিটি অফ প্লেয়ার আমাদের আছে, ভবিষ্যতে কেউ না কেউ নিশ্চয়ই খেলবে। দেখো, ইন্ডিয়াতে যখন গাভাস্কার খেলে, when Gavaskar played the game, people said he was the greatest. And when Gavaskar finished, they said, who next? Tendulkar came in, probably the greatest ever. When Sachin finished, people thought, who's next? Kohli came in. And I'm sure when Kohli will finish, he's almost at the end of his career. When he will finish, somebody else, because this country has enormous talent. And in Bengal, in Kolkata, I see the same thing happening. So it's only a matter of time, and I will not be surprised if I see a world beater in the years to come.
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার, আপনি বিসিসিআই প্রেসিডেন্ট ছিলেন এবং আমরা আপনাকে আইসিসি প্রেসিডেন্ট হিসেবে দেখতে চাই।
Thank you.
We are all feeling his question. We agree. Next question.
দাদা, আমার নাম মৌসুমী মল্লিক, আমি MBA ট্যুরিজমের স্টুডেন্ট। দাদা, প্রথমেই বলতে চাই আই লাভ ইউ। আমার কোয়েশ্চেনটা হচ্ছে, আপনার দীর্ঘ কেরিয়ারে অনেক গল্প আছে, কিন্তু আপনার যদি এই কেরিয়ার নিয়ে কোনো সিনেমা বানানো হয়, তাহলে আপনি আমরা যে কেরিয়ারটা সেটা কার উপর অভিনীত দেখতে চাইছেন, আর সিনেমাটার নাম কি হতে পারে?
অ্যাকচুয়ালি বায়োপিকের কাজ চলছে। আর 1 বছর লাগবে স্ক্রিনে আসতে। আমি যেটুকু শুনেছি, রাজকুমার রাও উইল প্লে দ্য রোল আপাতত, কারণ জানি না, ওদের তো ডেটস নিয়ে ইস্যু থাকে, আবার অন্য ছবি নিয়ে নিলে হয়তো এই ছবিতে হয়তো ডেট নাও দিতে পারে, কিন্তু আপাতত যেটুকু আমি শুনেছি যে উনিই করবেন। বছরখানেক লাগবে স্ক্রিনে আসার জন্য।
থ্যাংক ইউ। কিন্তু আপনার কাকে ইচ্ছে ছিল?
আমার রাজকুমার রাওকে খুব পছন্দ।
আর ডনা গাঙ্গুলি হিসেবে কাকে চাইছেন?
ওটা খুব ডিফিকাল্ট ক্যারেক্টার, তাই অনেক অপশনস আছে, এখন ওরা অপশনসগুলো বেছে উঠতে পারি। আই এম শিওর দে উইল কাম টু আ কনক্লুশন।
থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
হ্যালো, আমার একটা কোশ্চেন আছে। আমি এখানে কেমিস্ট্রি ফ্যাকাল্টি তন্ময় দা, তো আপনার কি মনে হয় সৌরভ বাবু যে T20টা আসার পরে টেস্টের যে স্পিরিটটা সেটা নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে?
না, স্পিরিট নষ্ট হয়নি। আমি বলবো T20 প্রচলনটা অনেক বেশি হয়ে গেছে। তবে এখন আমরা মনে করি যে টেস্ট ক্রিকেট ইজ দি বেস্ট ফরম্যাট অফ দ্য গেম। দ্যাটস ওয়াই ইটস কল্ড টেস্ট। It tests all your skills. So, but T20 cricket is definitely a very important part of cricket in the modern day.
Thank you so much for your questions. Thank you. Huge round of applause for Mr. Saurabh Ganguly. আমরা একটা ছোট্ট token of appreciation দাদাকে দিতে চাইবো, oil on canvas, just like family members.
Just before I finish, আমার একটা প্রশ্ন ছিল দাদা, হয়ে গেছে বাবা।
Thank you.
Just before I finish,
yes,
lots of love, lots of good